All right, is it time to buy these graded books? I guess we'll find out. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back, Gainers, to another incredible, exciting episode of Comic Gate!
Ah!
If you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Royal Highness. Just got back from the gym today, doing that princess wave, worked up a sweat, so bow down and do a squat.
Oh yeah, that works. And Coco's here.
And do Coco.
Doing her workout too. All right, guys. So today is Saturday. We got a cool episode for you. We got our Back by Popular Demand, Time to Buy with Zach. And we have our new Comic Day haul. This was actually a pretty, I thought it was going to be a small week. Not a big key week, but a lot of reading week. A lot of continuation of reading. You know how that goes, guys. So, So we'll kick this day off right like we usually do. Zach?
With a beer.
What do you got for us?
Got here a Scuttlebutt local Hoptopia.
Oh, Hoptopia?
Yeah, literally they're just, 5 miles north of us.
Yeah.
Really close.
You can crawl there.
Great brewery and great food, too. They actually have the restaurant on one of the places.
Oh, yeah. The Scuttlebutt.
We actually went for his birthday one of the times, and it was amazing. We conned this into a big room. Anyways.
All right. Like, where are we going with this conversation?
I just wanted to say con.
Okay. I hear it.
I can't do it better than Scuttlebutt.
Yeah. Scuttlebutt.
It's good.
There's like a South Park character named Scuttlebutt, isn't there?
Scuttlebutt. I don't know about that.
All right, let's get back into the comics. So, New comic book day from Wednesday. Like I said, pretty good week. Like we kind of looked, there wasn't like a lot of big keys coming out, but just some follow-up stuff. So let's see what we got going on this week. So starting off right, this was actually I think a couple weeks ago, but I missed it. So we have What If Miles Became Hulk, which is book number 3 of the series, and then What If Miles Became Thor, which is book number 4, and they're all kind of connecting. Pretty good story so far. I actually thought like 1 and 2 didn't have very good covers. It kind of turned me off on the book a little bit, but the inside story is interesting. It's kind of like what if, obviously what if Miles became these characters in these multiverse alternate universes. So there could be some grounds for later on to like come into the mainstream continuity. It's kind of like someone's seeing these people in these other universes, but it's interesting. So I figured if you have this, you might as well get the whole set. If you got 2 of them already, you might as well get the rest of them. Okay. Next up, we've got Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood number 2. This is pretty cool looking. It's got like all black and white with the blood dripping off of him. The first one was pretty good. I haven't been a huge fan of these Black, White, and Blood series because they're like a combination of 3 or 4 different short stories. And I'm not a big fan of the short stories because it doesn't really feel like it goes with anything. But it's Moon Knight, and the first one was actually a pretty good read for this one. Different, some different stuff. So
good.
We'll continue on with it.
Very good.
We'll continue on it. Okay. Radiant Black from Image. This is number 15. Pretty cool cover on this one. Almost looks like they're filming a movie, like a Radiant Black movie in there. Good story so far. I love the Radiant Black series. There's all those like spin-offs that were going on. I got the number 1s for all those and read them, but I don't think I'm going to continue on with the spin-offs. Just kind of stick to them. It's too many books to buy to kind of go off with all that stuff. So I'm just sticking to the main story, the main Radiant Black story, which is good. Really good.
That.
Yeah.
We can respect that.
Maybe I'll go back and read the other ones. All right. Next up, we got Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse number 3. This is really weird because it's like kind of similar to what's going on with Miles, but they got the Gwen one at the same time. So this is, I think, the first appearance of like Captain Gwen and then the alternate Greg Land one there, which has like the Wolverine Gwen on it. The first book of this was really confusing, but after I got to the second one, it kind of started to make more sense what was going on. But because like Spider-Gwen's always in this multiverse kind of thing going on. Like her universe is like kind of perfect, and she kind of jumps into the regular 616 and other ones. It kind of jumps in there and does things. That's kind of how her jam goes. So, good. They're all first appearances, so it's kind of worth getting. Kind of see if anything goes with it. I think the Greg Land covers are cool. I was telling myself I wasn't going to buy the variant again, keep buying 2 of them, and then I just ordered the one for book 4, and I ordered the Greg Land one too because it looked cool. I'm like, you have to.
Yeah, you gotta.
We got A Town Called Terror by Steve Niles. This is Image number 3. Pretty like crazy cover. That reminds me of like 90s horror VHS tapes a little bit, but it's a good read so far. It's kind of like this special town where all this like weird stuff goes on, horror stuff, and this guy was trying to escape it, and his dad's like in charge of the town and like forces him to come back to the town to deal with some stuff going on. And not to get like too much into it, but it's a pretty cool like original story, good read. So book
cool.
number 3. Nightmare Country. This is the Sandman universe from James Tynion, book number 3 from DC Black Label. I think that's the Corinthian on the cover.
The Corinthian.
I haven't read the first 2 yet. I was trying to finish the original Sandman before I got into this. So, yeah, I'll let you know how I feel about this one. James Tynion, though, can't go wrong on Sandman. But I haven't heard anyone say this is a great story yet. So I don't know. I'll have to judge it when I read it for myself.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Okay, next up, we got Naomi, season 2, book number 4. I'm loving this story so far, and then we actually just got the collected version of season 1, so I was able to finish reading that and then continue on reading this, and they work really well together. The season 2 picks up right where season 1 left off. So,
and season 1 really was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. It almost seemed a little fast, like it could have been probably more issues, but it was still really good.
For like how much they put into it, I was surprised. I mean, they put a lot of backstory into it.
A ton. Some cool stuff. All right. Next up, we got Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Part 2. And I think this is first appearance of Loki 2099. It says right on the cover there. But this is actually a pretty good story. Some different stuff going on with the Exodus stories. They had like 0 and then like number 1. I think you had like Ghost Rider with him in the first couple. So can never get too much Spider-Man 2099.
And they get all 2099 out.
Right? It's a good, it's going to be a while before we get to 2099, so it works. It still works. It's in that far future.
Yeah, we might still be alive by that time.
Just catch up to it. All right. We got Walking Dead Deluxe number 41. This is a really cool cover. I'm guessing that's Rick's wife on the other side of the fence. Oh, it's coming to that point where the story where I'm at. So I'm loving reading these in color, and a couple of you guys have said you're rereading them in the color version too, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
really, you can tell it is a really good story. Okay, Princess picked up some stuff. She got Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty number 1 in the Scotty Young variant. Pretty cool. There's supposed to be something about the shield in this story that like changes how like Captain America thinks about stuff. I'm not quite sure. But
I thought you were gonna say it changes color, like how he feels. It's like a mood ring.
A mood shield? That would be cool, right? He gets all angry and he just throws a mood shield at you.
It goes brown, like, I'll be back.
The brown shield. All right. This is cool. Princess picked up 7 Sons. This is part 1. And it's actually kind of cool. This is Jay Lee did the artwork on this as well. I thought it was kind of a creepy looking cover, but she's really excited to read this. So we'll have to get an update on how it goes.
Oh, that's how it is. Maybe the princess will let us read after.
Probably.
We can read over his shoulder.
You're like, well, turn the page.
What's going to happen?
All right. And then we got Iron Fist number 4. I'm actually really excited about this. This run is really, really cool. Where you got Sword Master taking over the mantle of Iron Fist, and he's got those shards that are like stuck in his hand from his special sword, and they kind of light up and give him even more power.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, there's some kind of like evil god that like comes out if he doesn't defend it with the sword. So it's kind of cool, kind of attacking like his village or whatever. Really, really cool story. I'm liking it a lot. And last but not least, we've got Grimm number 2, the story we're all like really excited to be reading. This is by Stephanie Phillips from Boom Studios, and we got 2 covers, regular cover A and the Jenny Frison cover. And it's nice to see Jenny Frison draw a male on the cover. I don't know. I always see her drawing a female.
I only want to see her draw female.
But it's different. It's different. It's kind of cool. I think when we ordered this one, you couldn't see the cover. I just ordered Grimm 3 and you couldn't see the Jenny Frison cover either, but I put the order in for you. You just go with it. If it's Jenny Frison, it's got to be good, right? It's got to be good. So that's the new Comic Book Day haul from today on Wednesday. You guys seen this on Saturday, but I don't think we missed it. There's that one about the accountant that we were looking for. We didn't get that new accountant book. I can't remember.
We were going to give that to our friend Tyler.
The accountant?
The accountant.
Make him do his accounting. That's the only one. Other than that, I think we got everything we were looking for. But let us know if we missed anything. I know Grimm 3rd print came out. Number 1 3rd print. I think that was already busting out hot again, which was crazy. I don't know why. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. All right. let's get into it. So our newer segment, we have Time to Buy with Zach. And if you're unfamiliar with how this works, Princess and myself picked through a large list of trending graded books. Stuff that interests us that we want to know more about, or I could basically see how Zach feels about these books and whether or not he thinks it's a good idea to buy these trending graded books, or if it's not a good idea, or all kinds of things. I notice there's a lot of books that are trending that you might not necessarily want. I'm not really sure why all these people are buying them, but they are. So we're going to get Zach's idea on, and that's kind of the point of this. So we're going to kick it off first, and we're going to start with a book Princess picked, and we have Miss Marvel #1 this is volume 3 from 2014. Now we're meaning the red version, not the blue version. This is the second print, Princess's actual copy. So this number is supposed to go off the red one. But this is a story by G. Willow Wilson, and the art's actually done by Sarah Pacelli, who does the artwork for Ultimate Fall. For a lot of the Miles books, original stuff is done by Sarah Pacelli. But this is the first solo series of Kamala Khan, who's played by Iman Vellani on a new Disney Plus show that's actually pretty awesome. I think we've only seen the first episode so far, but it's been pretty good. Other notable things is first appearance of Zoe Zimmer, who we did see on the show so far. I think it's her love interest on the show, I believe, so far what they're doing. Oh. But it also it shows the origin of Kamala's powers and how she got them and stuff like that. But mainly, I think it's just an iconic cover. It's just a pretty badass cover for what it is. And they're so great that they made 7 printings of it. So there are 7 printings of this book. Notably, the 7th printing is the most expensive of all these. I think like #1 and #2 are the next best ones. The 7th one is the best one.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's the most expensive. The other cool thing about this, in comparison to other first solo stories of popular characters, this one actually has a lot of value. There's a lot of books out there that are like not the character's first appearance, but it's their first solo story, and it doesn't have that much value. So it's kind of interesting that this went this way with this book. But more interesting enough is how Zach feels about it.
So price-wise, current sales for $9.8 first print on eBay, $218 to $235. Not too bad.
Reasonable.
There's 841 CGC 9.8, not too crazy. 819 Universal, 22 Signature Series, and the rest, 0 qualified, 0 restored, and so that's
nice.
That's
rare.
That should be the case for a new book like this. There's 1,575 graded, so more likely than not, if you set it in, it's going to get a 9.8. I mean, you got like a 60% chance. Well, no, 50% chance. My math is way off. You got 50%, about 50% chance, a little higher than that. I mean, I would wait a little bit to buy this. Right now, it's at the height, or maybe slightly dropping right now. But I wouldn't buy it right now. I wouldn't sell it right now. Just keep the book. It's gonna have some modest gains over time.
Yeah,
I like it.
She's definitely going to be in a lot more either shows or movies going forward. So there's a lot of time for this book to grow. You just got to snag it in between the shows and movies that she's in. Never buy things while it's going on. That's yeah.
And it's the same thing with get signed, get it graded. Like I almost say with every book lately. But yeah, there's only 22 Signature Series 9.8s.
Yeah, that's small actually.
Really low.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and I know like G. Willow Wilson's not doing any of the Kamala books anymore either, so I wonder how hard it is to find her signature. Never seen her at any cons.
God.
All right, next up we have another book from Princess picked out for Zach to talk about. This was an interesting one. So we have X-Force #2 from 1991, and this is a Rob Liefeld cover, or a Rob Liefeld story in Fabian and Nikiza. How you say that?
I don't know.
It's actually no.
It's baby and something.
Yeah. But interesting book here. It is second appearance of Deadpool, also known as Wade Wilson. I'm sure you guys all know that. But it's also first appearance of Weapon X Garrison Kane. So kind of an underrated book in my opinion. As great and popular of a character is as Deadpool, it's kind of surprising that his second appearance has not a lot of value. I mean, like a raw copy only sells for about $10. You can find a lot of times like sometimes in a dollar bin if you're lucky. But just interesting. I mean, there's obvious reasons why it's probably a little bit cheaper. It's one of the bad times, the 90s, 91, when they printed way too many of these covers. That might be the reason why. But still, as cool of a character as Deadpool is, you would think his second appearance would garnish some value. Plus, he's on the cover. And it's actually a decent cover, too. So, but what do you think, Zach? What do you think about this book?
So price-wise, well, I think it's $70 to $99. Very reasonable for a 9.8. There's one 9.9. There's 2,327 CGC 9.8, 2,128 are Universal, 196 are Signature Series, 2 are qualified, and 2 are restored. Oh, why?
2 restored?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so bad. There's 4,775 CGC 9.8. You want a 9.8 in this book if you get a 9.8.
Yeah.
I saw some 5.5s, I believe, on there. And
what?
You should know better, okay? But it was my personal copy. It's like, just put it in a hard stack. You don't need to get it encapsulated. You don't need to encapsulate a 5.5.
Don't let anyone know you have a
90s.
5.5. You don't want to remind people that you got a 5.5.
It's fine, but it's like, if the book's low grade and it's not a really expensive book, just put it in a top loader. I would say get this book because I could be slightly wrong about this, but I believe this is like the Weapon X program kind of started, that whole idea of it. So this might be kind of like the first Weapon X, and if they do like a Weapon X story or movie, that this book's gonna shoot up quite a bit.
It's already over 30 years old. Right? You're like, when's gonna be my time?
Yeah, I would say buy this book in a 9.8. Buy it already graded because it's so cheap. You don't want to. You don't want like risk getting a 9.6 or lower.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to pay that $40 to get a 9.6 because then it's worth less than $40.
Pay a little bit more and get it signed.
Mm-hmm. By Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
There you go.
Liefeld. All right.
All right. Next up on the list, number 3, we have Thor 337 from good old 1983. Now, this is the Toy Biz copy, not the regular one, but we're talking about the regular copy. We just wanted to show you.
How do you tell between the two?
I think it has the not for sale on the bottom, right?
That
it's
is
the main thing.
Yeah, that's the main
Slightly different. It's slightly different, but the gist of the picture is the same.
Yeah, there's no direct kind of logo and there's no newsstand barcode.
Yes.
So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that one. Cool thing about this, it was done art and written by Walt Simonson. Did both of the stuff on there, so that's pretty cool. But as you all know, this is first appearance and cover appearance of Beta Ray Bill. There's also first appearance of Lorelei, sister of the Enchantress, which is kind of cool. But basically, I just think it's like a really cool cover in general. There's this weird period of time in the early 80s to mid 80s when they had a bunch of new characters introduced where they're kind of like messing with the trade dress, and I thought that was a really cool idea where they're like smashing the trade dress or squeezing it or doing something really cool with it. And I thought that's really cool with that one. They kind of go with that. But you know, as it goes for Beta Ray Bill, so far in the MCU, we saw his face on the tower in Thor Ragnarok. Who's that dude? The Grandmaster, the Grandmaster's tower. His face was on there. So we kind of got an inkling that he's coming. You know, it may just be a tease. They may never use him again, but they're saying he could be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know. I might not hold my breath. But overall, he's just a cool character. I mean, since he's come out, they keep reusing him. I mean, he was just used again in Donny and Kate's Thor run that's going on right now. They're still using him. Just a cool idea of character because he comes from that planet where they kind of chose him to be their guardian and bestowed him all those extra powers. Mm-hmm. So that basically made him kind of equal to Thor and almost equal to Thor, original Thor. But, I don't know, Zach, what do you feel about Thor 337?
So price-wise, for 9.8 direct, it's $807 to $1,000. A newsstand's not much more expensive. Sometimes it's comparable to the same sales, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There's 3 9.9s, 2 of them Universal, 1 of them Signature Series.
A 9.9 signature?
Yeah, I want that one so bad. It's never gonna happen. There's 1,513 9.8s, 1,303 are Universal, 208 are Signature Series, 0 qualified, 2 restored.
Wow. Whiteout.
So bad. There's 8,464 total graded. So this book has about what, 25, less than 25%.
It's a hard book, and those white covers. Sometimes you feel like they should be easier to get a 9.8, and then sometimes they're not.
The stain.
Yeah, you see the stain, you don't see the ticks, but you see the stain.
And something else, I don't have price information on this, but there's 79 CGC 9.8 Canadian variants.
Whoa.
79. 76 Universal. 3 Signature Series. 00 for qualified and restored. There's only 545 graded.
Wow. In the Canadian price variant?
In the Canadian price variant.
And don't forget there's a Mark Jeweler, too, of this book. I wish you could find a Mark Jeweler.
They don't keep that information.
I know. That'd be cool if they separated the Mark Jeweler.
So I would say go after that Canadian price variant if you can afford it. If not, go after a newsstand.
Yeah.
Or a Mark Jeweler.
We've submitted one of these and we got a 9.6 that we thought was pretty close to perfect. And it was. Just not perfect.
It was 9.6.
Yeah, 9.6.
We were hoping the 9. Oh, well.
Cool book, though. Yeah, that's definitely one to keep. One to keep. All right, next up, because we need to show some DC love here. We got number 4, Omega Man, number 3 from DC Comics, 1983. Pretty good year. We got 2 books back to back from 1983. This is done by Keith Giffen and Roger Sifler? I don't know. 2 people.
Syphilis?
Yeah, this awesome cover though. But this is first appearance and cover of Lobo. One of like DC's more edgier characters, you know. Definitely, there's no one else really like him. There's a lot of people like him in Marvel, but no one like him in DC. But pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting when I was looking through Omega Man keys. There's no good keys in the whole Omega Man run except for Lobo books. It's all his, like, original Lobo, first solo story for Lobo, first appearance of Lobo. It's like, what's happened to the rest of the Omega Men? Like, nobody cared about them. But cool character. I mean, I've always loved him. I've been wanting to buy one of these. Zach always talks me out of buying a raw copy. I'm like, it's right there. I should get it. He's like, it's too expensive. Don't pay that much for it. I'm like, come on. I always feel like I could pay $100 for it and be worth it. And Zach tells me, don't pay $100 for this book. Raw. We're talking raw. But he's had a bunch of almost projects over the year. 2 really close, 2 even directors attached to him, and they didn't go through on making the movies on it, so it never went through. I'm hoping and praying with all these like darker, funnier stuff they're doing on HBO, you know, with Peacemaker series and whatnot, that something like this could branch out and get its own show on HBO. That would be really, really cool. I'm hoping for. So, but even though Zach talks me out of buying this book, maybe let's hear what he tells you guys to do with buying this book.
So, price-wise, for a 9.8, $275 to $375.
So cheap.
A little bit of volatile book, so who knows?
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, I want it, then I don't want it. So it's about $100 difference, but not too bad. There's, I guess I didn't get the total. Dang it. Okay, there's 2,601 CDC 9.8s, 2,436 Universal, 164 signed, 1 qualified, 0 restored. I would say get this book in a 9.8.
Yep. Yeah.
I would say get this book in a 9.8.
That's cheap. I didn't realize it was that cheap in a 9.8.
Yeah, I would not go for raw because you're probably, unless, like I said, you're going to get signed. But I would just go for the 9.8 because if this book takes off, it's going to be $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah, I always thought it would have been like $1,000 in 9.8. I can't believe it was that cheap.
I mean, it's not that far off. Well, it's not that far off from Thor 337.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like what,
worth like what, a third of the price?
Yeah, a third of the price.
Yeah,
it should at least be double.
Yeah.
I think it should be $1,000 book by how far they could take this character.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think about. Buy it in a CGC 9.8. Do it. Do it now.
I know. I'm gonna get right on. As soon as this is over, I'm gonna go do it. Ding. Now he's letting me do it. All right. Last but not least, and we got something really cool here. Number 5, we have Marvel Spotlight, number 5 from 1972. This is art by Mike Plug and written by Gary Frederick. Mike Plug, awesome dude, did all those really cool, like kind of horror / darker covers. First appearance of Johnny Blaze. Ridiculously cool character. Everyone loves Ghost Rider. This is a ridiculously expensive book too. It's crazy how expensive this book is. But side note, really fun. I think I personally love the Marvel Spotlight series. I think a lot of cool things have come out of this. I mean, you got Damien Hellstrom as well. You got Spider-Woman. You have Moon Knight's first solo series. Just such a great run. I wish they would bring something like this back to current comics. Maybe like showcase some new characters in a new Marvel Spotlight. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I would definitely buy all those issues if they were coming out. They redid Marvel Spotlight. But I think... I don't know, just a cool book. Maybe that darker cover makes it more valuable because it's harder to get these higher grades. But we had some cool movies. I like at least the first one. I thought with Nicolas Cage was pretty dope. The first one was cool. Was pretty dark. The second one's a little weird. You know, they'd let Nicolas Cage do Nicolas Cage, but I wouldn't mind seeing him back again. And we are gonna see him for sure. We're gonna see Ghost Rider because everybody loves him. But I don't know, Zach. Do you think we should get this book?
Oh. Wait, that's
think we can afford this book?
So I couldn't find a 98, but I found 92s, multiple cells. They range very volatile, anywhere from 9,600 to 16,900. There's 4 9.8s.
There's only 4 9.8s?
Only 4.
That's why it's so expensive.
And total graded 4,796. And, you know, there's only 487 7.5s, grade we just showed, 434 universal, 24 side, 0 qualified, and 29 restored. Did I get that flipped?
Yeah.
And 24 side, 29 restored.
That's a lot restored, but it's an older book, slightly older book.
7.5 goes anywhere from $2,075 to all the way to $3,500.
Yeah, it's expensive. Woo! It's crazy.
Yeah, don't you try that.
If you look at other books from the same time period, it's so much higher than the rest of them. Besides the major 3, it's almost part of the major 3. It's like the major 4.
Yeah,
but really, really cool. You know, yeah, it's kind of
Oh yeah. If you can get it, buy it. If you can, just get it. Get it raw. Get it as long as it's complete, guys. And you don't think it's a piece of garbage. It's like you want to be happy when you look at a book. You don't want to just have a 0.5 beat up, you know, like you can barely tell. It's like my X-Men 1 is just at the verge of falling apart and at the verge of me just like I want to try to get an upgrade. But it's just there enough. I'm happy to have it.
I draw the line at coverless. That's where I draw. If it has a cover, I'm okay. If there's no cover...
What if it's only a cover?
No, I don't do that either. It's got to be a whole book. It's got to have at least a cover. I don't know. Those no covers weird me out.
Right.
I can't do it. Can't do the no cover. The no cover thing. But amazing book. Amazing book. I just bought number 7. That's all I could afford. I went on Marvel Spotlight number 7, right?
Very reasonable. Good deal.
Reasonable price. All right, guys. That's going to wrap the show up for today. As usual, if you like the show, love the show, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you always know when new things are going down. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the picks for this week, what you think about Zach's thoughts on whether or not you should buy it, new comic book day stuff we got. And stay tuned. I think our next episode we're gonna have our haul from SummerCon. SummerCon is gonna be crazy. So yeah, do you think Princess should buy this Ghost Rider book, Marvel Spotlight 5? That's the big question. Zach, you got anything else?
Yeah, sure. How you do that is you have to be living in the sewer, guys. Not the sewer that you want, but the sewer you get. And you gotta feed on people's fear. You gotta feed on the fear, be part of a big franchise, and you're almost in every single one of his books. And you get defeated by a bunch of little snot-nosed kids, but they don't fit you all the way. But they come back to finish the job because you antagonize them. You should have left them alone, Pennywise the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you become it.
There you go.
Leave him alone and don't give someone else a balloon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to give these grown kids balloons anymore, Pennywise.
That's true. You got me there. I was thinking turtles when you said
I know.
You got me. All right. Until we see you next time. Stay safe and remember.
Get those games! Get back here. Get back here.